Am I the a-hole for refusing a wedding gift, knowing there would be strings attached? Ooh, interesting. Okay, this is gonna be juicy. Okay, let's get into it. My fiance, 32 male, and I, 31 female, got engaged on Christmas Eve. Until recently, I had a great relationship with his family, his mom especially. But ever since the engagement, it's become really strained because she keeps trying to insert herself in our decisions and offering unsolicited advice, and I'm slowly getting on my wits' end. Huh, sounds like kind of like mother-in-law problem, or let's keep going. A few things that have annoyed me. One, we went on a mass of around 50 people. My fiance and I are both introverts, and even the thought of being in front of that many people gives me anxiety. With our close family, friends, and their one pluses, we are probably already over 50. His mother insists the wedding must be a grand event with at least 150 guests. Hell no! Two, I found a gown in a magazine I love, and that's going to be my inspiration. It's more on a simple side, but that's my style. I showed my best friend, my mom, and my future mother-in-law because I didn't want her to feel included, and she insisted it was too plain and everyone would think I'm just another guest at my wedding, being the only one in white. Third, the venue we are thinking about is too small and boring. The on-site catering is not special enough, and because my fiance is an only child, this needs to be a grand affair. Four, we need to get a guest list to her so she can review and approve who's coming. No, this is our wedding, not yours. Thankfully, my fiance is on my side, and about 6 weeks ago called her and said we know what kind of wedding we want to have, and she needs to stop overstepping and questioning our choices. In an attempt to punish him and assert her authorities, I think. This mother-in-law sounds like someone that is gonna be a little bit too pushy.
She is. She's going to cause a lot of drama
Yeah,
because this is their wedding.
exactly. Now she's checking list. The first, second, third one, I don't even like care about those ones. But the one that got to me was the one that she needs to check the list so she will know who's coming.
Why?
I mean, is it your wedding? I mean, a wedding is the only one day that the bride and the groom has for themselves.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually like consign any other person. Not that it doesn't consign them. It does actually consign them because they're like family members, friends, and well wishers. But then again, this has to be what they actually want because it's their wedding.
It is their day. I mean, she had a day. She married his dad.
She married his dad, so she should also allow him and her to have their own day. But let's keep going. In an attempt to punish him and assert her authority, she went radio silent until last week. She invited us to dinner on Sunday and presented us with a check for $25,000 to help with the wedding. When we got home, I told my fiance we are not cashing the check. He thinks I'm being ridiculous, and this can help us have the wedding we want with almost no out-of-pocket cost. I told him we won't have the wedding we want because she's going to use the money as leverage to push the event in the direction she wants. Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good point.
It actually is, though.
Yeah.
The just wants to control the wedding, so she can't use money
because she gave them a very big amount of money. I mean, that also makes sense. So let's keep going. When she insists on including her friends we don't know and don't care about, she's going to say, oh, I thought the money would help cover them. When we go dress shopping, it'd be like, that's a bit simple. I thought with the extra money you'd get something nicer. When we finally choose our venue, it'd be, so what exactly is my money paying for? My fiance said it will cause a huge rift if we don't accept the money because his mother is extending an olive branch and being generous. But I tried telling him it will cause a bigger rift if she gets it in her mind. She has a say in our conversation because she's paying for it, and I shut her down every time. I feel like I'm being positioned as a Braziller. My fiance thinks I'm overreacting, and it's the tension of the last few months exposing itself. Even my mother said I should just accept the gift. So, am I the air hole? Okay, I feel like your mother-in-law is like being the Brazilian here, because why is she trying to make the wedding all about herself? And I think that the money that she is giving now is like setting like a trap. You know, if you want your wedding to be just you and your fiance, what you both want, I think you should just not cash the check. But what do you think?
I think the mother-in-law is just a controlling person, and she used that money as yes, the money is a very big leverage because now they don't have any other choice than to accept her opinions on the wedding because they've collected the money, and if they cash the check, it's going to really, really cost a riff because now the money is basically sponsored by her, so she will have a bigger say.
Yeah, that's another thing
Yeah, she'll
also.
have a bigger say in the marriage,
Because
in the wedding. Sorry,
that's like a big amount of money.
yeah.
25,000 is not that lot. But let's check what Reddit has to say. So the first top slash Livens comment said, not the asshole, I'll take the money and put it in a separate account to earn interest, or just consider 25k your zero balance and continue excluding her from decisions as you have been doing. If she ever demand her money back, just send it right back and tell her it looks very poorly on her to use a gift as leverage. This makes the scenario a win-win. You are still financing the wedding yourselves. You can use the wedding money for whatever you want, assuming she accepts being excluded. And if she doesn't, you make a little bit of interest and don't actually find yourself in a hole.
That's not that's not going to be easy because in as much as she wants to be understood, she also has to do this in a very subtle way in order not to cause fights or you know between she and the mother-in-law. I mean, it's still her mother-in-law, so it might be considered disrespectful returning a gift.
It's
You
already
understand?
disrespectful as it is returning a gift, but this is also her wedding, and
Yeah.
the mother-in-law can use the money as leverage. And then this person is saying you can just accept the money, cash it, put it in a separate account, don't touch it, let the money earn you interest, and then still exclude her in some of the things you want to do because it's your wedding. And then if she complains about some certain things and demands to have her money back, you can still withdraw it and give her right back because I mean, you didn't use the money.
I feel like they should just come to a mutual understanding because giving the money back is not an option.
It has to be an option. I don't know, but
It's going to cause issues.
Okay. We do have an update.
Okay, let's hear.
We have an update. So we are going to find out if she finally returned the money or used it with the mother-in-law. So update. Hi everyone, I posted here a couple of weeks ago and got some wonderful advice. A few people asked for an update and I thought I'd let you know what happened. It's not good. Ooh.
I said it. I knew it.
Relax. So I decided to have a heart-to-heart with my future mother-in-law, my fiance attending too. I told her that I miss the relationship we used to have, but it's become strained because I feel she has not respected the choices we have made for our wedding. We explained that we aren't depositing the check until we have this conversation and we are all on board about how we move forward. I know we didn't need to provide a rationale, we just required acceptance, but I thought it would help her understand. 1. The wedding size. I reminded her that my fiance and I are introverts. We would be maxed out emotionally and mentally with 50 people, and quite frankly, we only want the people who have been a part of our lives to be there to celebrate with us. There is no need for childhood neighbors to attend. There is no need for distant cousins we haven't seen in 15 years to attend. Just the people who have been with us on our journey. 2. The wedding gown. This is a non-negotiable. The bride chooses her gown and I will be choosing one that I can be comfortable being in. This is the first time I will be wearing a dress since prom, reflecting my personal style and makes me feel beautiful, not anyone else's personal style. The venue. That's the third one. The venue. Okay, this is a bit cringe. Cringe. But my fiance and I met at a speed dating event a restaurant was running 4 years ago. We hit it off, and here we are. Our absolute first choice for the reception venue was this place. Their event space will fit 50 mass. We thanked her for her generous 250k, 25k, but we would give it back if our decisions aren't respected. We asked if she has any expectations around any decision making that comes with the gift. My future mother in law cried and apologized and told us she just wanted everything to be perfect. And she said that she never had a daughter who she can play a normal model role in her wedding planning. She was so scared that I'd leave her out of everything, which I never did. I wanted her to feel included. So there you go. We had a resolution. We deposited the check and started to move from the spitballing ideas to confirm vendors phase. When I called the restaurant we wanted for the reception, their private function room was unfortunately booked out for our very specific dates that we can't change, which was really sad. So we decided to start looking at other options. A few days later, I got a call from a wedding planner who proceeded to tell me that my future mother-in-law hired her to help with the wedding. What? WTF? I'm not gonna say those words. I mean, you know what I mean? So I called my future mother-in-law and she explained that my fiance mentioned we lost our preferred venue and wanted to take some pressure off my shoulder and hired a wedding planner. She insisted the planner was just to do all the background admin tasks. Okay. I decided to give her the benefits of doubt. I'm not sure why a wedding planner is needed for a small wedding or why they'd even bother taking the job. But if my mother-in-law wants to spend her money on making things a little easier for me, that's fine. I met with the planner twice, described our vision for the wedding, and she said she'd put together some booking to view venue, task, cake, etc. Here's where the hits the fan. The planner sent us a list of venues she's booked for us to see. We had a look online and all of the venues are large, like designed for 200 guests. We are confused, and when we went to the first appointment yesterday, my fiance joked that 50 people won't need this much dance room. The planner looked confused and explained that future mother-in-law contacted her last week to explain that we are considering expanding the wedding and would need a bigger space than originally planned. I thought you already agreed that it will be 50 people and mother-in-law also agreed. So what's with the sudden change behind backs? You see what I told you? The mother-in-law guys be troublesome and she can be someone that is like, I don't know, but I
Yeah.
really don't know.
She was really, really controlling.
Yeah. I mean, but let's keep going. We got home and I called my mother-in-law and cried to her that this is all just too damn much and we are now considering eloping. My mother's spidey sense tangled and she called the original restaurant we wanted and was like, I'm calling about an event my sister is planning and she's so forgetful. I just want to confirm she's booked the private function room. It's for dates. My sister's name is mother-in-law's name. You guys, this bitch book the function, book the effing venue out from under us.
What?
No way! Wait!
What?
No way! She booked it and paid a deposit to secure it so we couldn't have it.
Oh no. That's going way too far.
I can only imagine she did this to slowly convince us to book a larger venue and host a larger reception. My fiance called her and told her a new one. He told her she's no longer involved in any aspect of planning. We will not be working with her planner. All vendors will be password protected, and she's lucky she's even still invited, but will only be attending as a guest. No speech, no mother son dance. He also told her that if she interferes at all game, she won't even be allowed as a guest. We transferred the money back to her account. I told him I'm going no contact. I don't really want her there, but I will be polite on our wedding day because I don't want drama. But then I'm back to no contact for good. He's 100% backing me up.
That's a man that knows what he wants.
Exactly.
He's standing on business.
Yeah, like that's insane. She bought like
Wow.
okay, let's check the top slash the event comment before we close this one. So the first commenter said, wow, she's insane. Booking it behind your back is psycho. Exactly.
I mean, I feel like she even did it to spite the bride because what?
You know, I feel like she wants them to do like what she wants. You know, it's actually not her wedding, but she's trying to like relive her days through them.
That's also something to think about.
Another commenter said, I kind of wish I didn't find that out. Okay, OP, sorry, not another commenter. OP responded, I kind of wish I didn't find that out. That felt like the twist of the knife, but it was also the thing that really opened my eye. Another commenter said, make it a condition of being invited as a guest at all that she calls the restaurant and transfer the reservation for the private event on that day to you. She can leave the deposit there. That's her pennies. Honestly, if she won't do that, if she wants to spend her money and keep a space she won't use just to take something you really want away from you, then she doesn't deserve to be a guest and no contact should start now. If she wants to make you right, she will give you back your venue, not the a-hole. That actually makes sense. I mean, the mother-in-law is cray cray. The mother-in-law is cray cray. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section.